On today's adventure, Ron has this thing on his phone, and he'll get an alert when they're doing bombing practice. So he got one for today stating that they're doing one from 1 to 5 p.m. And we're going to see if we catch any activity. We are on the pipeline, and we're walking down towards that sign straight ahead. Letting us know it's the bombing range. As you heard, I was just asking some people if they seen or heard anything, and they said not yet. So it's pretty much this entire field that you will see. Hi, how are you?
Oh,
Anything yet?
nothing
Nothing
yet.
yet?
I saw the man go in the tower, so maybe that's gonna happen. Yeah.
Awesome. Two gentlemen I just passed. They saw someone go up in the tower, so they're probably on their way. By the way, this is L.A. Casciato coming at you from Ocala, Florida, off the pipeline. Thank you for joining us on today's adventure. Now, let's see if I can zoom in. There's a white sign straight ahead. Right there. So, there's a sign again straight ahead for the let you know that the range is there. In this particular area here, not only we're in the Ocala National Forest, but being that we're relatively close to the bombing range, we cannot send up the drone. So there's that. I would have grabbed my GoPro, but I kind of didn't think of it. And then we were kind of out on our way out the door. So there's that. You probably see Eddie behind me. But yeah. So we're going to walk down this way a little bit so I can show you the bombing range. We may or may not be getting rain. I don't know. We have seen bear and deer through here from time to time. Hey, cuz. U.S. Navy bombing range. Hey, bud. How you doing, cuz? So I'm gonna walk a little further down so you can see this sign. There's also obviously a gate up there. In case anybody was wondering why I was saying hey, cuz, I'm kind of a military brat. My father was in the military, my uncle was in the military, and my cousin is in the military. And then I have a few friends that was also in the military. My dad was Army. A friend of mine, Hagar, was Air Force. My cousin was a Navy helicopter pilot, I think he said, but he was in the Navy. My uncle, who has passed away, was Also Navy. I think he worked on the submarines or was involved in that in some kind of way. Also have a friend down south that was also military. He also worked on I think he said the engines on the submarines or something. I don't fully remember. I'll have to check with him on that again. But yeah, like I said, I'm kind of a military brat. So there's that. You know, coming from a military family, by the time I was old enough to understand, my dad had already retired from the military or already been retired. I don't remember which. But yeah, I miss my dad. Miss my mom too. You know. But it is what it is. We're coming up on the security gate up ahead. You know, obviously only military personnel can enter. So that's pretty obvious in itself, self-explanatory. And thank you to all my friends that are active in the military and to those that are retired. And the reason why I say military in general is because there's so many different branches of the military. You have your Air Force, Army, Green Berets, Red Berets, your Special Forces, your Marines, you name it, there's so many out there nowadays. So, it's a little hard to keep track. So I just use military in general. Coming up on the surveillance camera. So there's no cheating here. I'll zoom in on that surveillance camera. Surveillance camera. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with them protecting our security. There's another gate over there that you cannot go past. And on the sign here it says they're Westgate. So there is that. And I cannot go no further, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I can respect that. And then, like I said, there's a gate over here. Now, if you go past some gates, you can get in big trouble. And I like this side of the bars. So, there's that. Eddie's up to no good. Did you wave to the security and surveillance camera? Yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna walk back over by Ron. Eddie's taking his videos for his Facebook page. I gotta get that boy to do a YouTube channel. He'll be good at it. So let's go back over to Ron. Maybe on the way back we'll see a fighter jet going by doing their practice. And this is Forest Road 22 that we're on. I guess you just put in bombing range and it will take you to the general location of where they send their fighter jets out for practice to shoot off their bombs. Obviously they're dummy bombs, but they obviously need to practice. My Navy friends, I'm sure you know more about that than I do, on how their practices run, stuff like that. But it's something they gotta do every so often to keep in practice, to keep up to date with their fighter jets and what have you. So it is what it is. But I'm glad they practice so they can keep us safe, our freedoms and privileges safe, and protecting our country. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you guys. I'm not sure if there's any fencing beyond these trees. I don't see anything, but I repeat, I would not recommend crossing over, because other than the one I pointed out, I'm sure they have other surveillance cameras. And if you don't want to get in trouble, if you do not want to get in trouble, I recommend not passing those boundaries. Strongly recommend not passing them boundaries. Not sure what kind of fine or whatever you can get, but I'm sure it'd be a fine and or possible jail time. So there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna probably end it here, and if I see any fighter jets, or more so hear the fighter jets, I'll do another video on that and share it with you guys. Over here, there is no fencing, but like I said a few minutes ago, I do not recommend going in that field, because you don't know where the bombs are gonna land, even though they're dummy bombs. But you don't want to get in trouble. You're liable to have military coming out at you with guns and or get shot, and I don't feel like getting shot. I still like this side of the dirt. But yeah, this is something Ron likes to do. He likes to come out here when he knows they're setting them out and dropping bombs. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. And as soon as I hear and or see those fighter jets, either Eddie or I or both of us will be posting them videos. So I'm gonna leave it with this view here. Later.